run play would have been called. Jerry Neuheisel tried to get to a free 5 yards. The ball snapped. Nobody's prepared.
And after the ball's turned over on downs, Nebraska from their 40. Great defensive work by the Bruins. Piercing through their Scooter Jackson, the junior, also out of Compton, California, making the stop. And there's Butler. And has been around the pro game for a long time. He's happy with what he's seen so far.
Oh, yeah, the discipline of the defensive line to not go offside, because you will get those 3 yards. A nice job of his defense standing tall against a UCLA offense that's really finding their groove.
Isaiah Mosey, number 22, into the game for the first time for Nebraska. He is set behind Latif. Little zone read concept, and there's TJ going to work. Very close to the necessary yardage for a first down. Key Lawrence drags him down. It'll be 3rd down and 1.
This is the difference in which you don't usually see from Dylan Raiola. This is a bluff. So 44 is going to come around. He's going to bluff the end and then go around. And Latif is going to follow him right around. If that end dunks inside trying to stop that, he gets on the outside and he has the speed to pick up enough yardage to put them in a really, really nice situation on 3rd down.
Emmett Johnson checks in on the money down. 3rd and 1. Uh-oh, look at this. Harburg, the former quarterback, just a couple of years ago, moved to tight end. He sets in there, gets under center, and takes it for a little quarterback sneak to get the first down.
You just got to love these tight ends. On the last play, 44, Luke Lindenmeyer. And then you put in the big former quarterback, Heinrich Harburg, to pick up the first down. This offense is running like a well-oiled machine. And one thing you have to notice, they're staying out of multiple 3rd downs. That's only the 2nd one of the game. And they're making sure they're not in those 3rd and long situations, in those obvious pass situations, because you know the offensive line has struggled to protect in those times.
This pace and this offense is a far cry from what we last saw on the road when we had them in Minnesota.
Absolutely right.
Emmett Johnson again. Boy, he is tough. That's another first down. You know, this week, Dana Holgerson said that they weren't going to go vanilla in offense at all. And he basically said, we're going to let it rip, and that's what they've done.
Take a look here. How is this play able to work? Number 6, John Vaughns. He's supposed to be the edge protector. He blocks himself. He ducks inside for a second, and it allows Emmett Johnson to get on the outside. Tim, I almost went Emmitt Smith there. I mean, he runs so powerful and so great. I almost went Emmitt Smith.
Had that ball up high.
Oh, yeah.
Up high on the shoulder pad. 1st and 10. I heard you catch yourself there.
Oh, yeah.
You're becoming a grizzled veteran, 98.
I mean, I'm just telling you, that's a compliment to him, is it not?
That's right, no doubt. Mosey's ahead into the arms of John Vaughns, number 6. By the way, you think of freshmen to have started at Nebraska? Ted Kenville did it years and years ago. We're talking back 4 or 5 decades ago. Tommy Frazier, the national champion, started as a freshman. Cody Green in 2009, and Dylan Raiola, one of the only 5, TJ Latif being the other. And Raiola's first game a year ago against UTEP, he went 19 for 27 for 238. Frazier had 3 running touchdowns in his very last game. 2nd down and 7. Crossing pattern, it's caught by Dane Key. Dane Key unlocks the door and takes it to the 5. Yards and a 1st and goal.
It's a really nice design and a nice job of Harburg. He just stays strong. He sets kind of a pick, and it allows for Dane Key, who's got his legs back, to go right underneath. And you're just chasing if you're a UCLA defender.
By the way, did you do your own color coding for the Telestrator tonight?
Oh, you know I did, Tim.
That's very nice. That's very nice. I like that.
You know what else is nice?
What's that?
This young quarterback, TJ Latif, he's yet to throw an incompletion.
Yeah.
He is lighting this Rose Bowl up in his homecoming.
I think he's been in touch, or probably will be in touch with some of the guys at Compton tonight.
Possibly. I'm sure they might be here.
If this keeps going on, yeah. 2-minute timeout. Husker. Emmett Johnson is in the backfield. 1st and goal from the 5.
Follow Harburg.
Great work up front by UCLA that time. Isaiah Chisholm coming up from his linebacker spot to aid and abet those big ones inside. Smith, Keanu Williams, and others. Second and goal. Looks like we're going to get a timeout by UCLA. We touched on quarterbacks as freshmen that started since 1950, okay? So updating it a little bit. Tommy Frazier in 92. Cody Green in 09. Adrian Martinez, who really was who Scott Frost was counting on when he took over in 2018. And now, of course, Dylan Raiola. But I dare say that not many of them had gone an entire half without an incomplete pass.
Yeah.
And that's exactly where Latif is right now.
And we don't know for sure, but I'm going to err on the side of they did not.
Yeah. What a story this young man is coming in here. And that cool customer, that calm demeanor that Holgerson was talking about, it's been on display.
Yeah.
It's a big defensive sequence for UCLA. Try to hold him to 3 here.
I would go naked bootleg here. I would get Latif on the edge.
Out of the I formation. Johnson got it down to inside the 2, not quite the 1. John Vaughns with the tackle and the timeout by the Bruins. All right, we're going to take a look now at the current Big Ten standings after play today. Sponsored by Discover. Indiana, what a performance. I got to tell you, I think Mendoza may have taken at least a big step towards being the Heisman. It may come down to he and Sayin if they play in the Big Ten Championship, how either one of them performs.
And it was so impressive to watch him on that final drive.
How about Omar Cooper's catch?
And then he finds a way to get all the way down the field. And then that catch, basically out of bounds and then reaching in. He probably is about 11 and a half. If he were a 10 and a half, that wouldn't be a touchdown.
And don't forget to tune in to the Discover Big Ten Championship game presented by Discover December the 6th on Fox. I thought Gus went through puberty again on that touchdown. I really did. As only the Gus Bus could call it. 3rd and goal here. Out of the I formation. Johnson dots the I. And he rambles in for the touchdown. Well, he now has a rushing touchdown, a receiving touchdown. That's his 11th of the year. And I'd say 21 is getting his touches.
I don't think we've seen this offense move this seamlessly at any point during the season.
No.
This is so impressive to watch with a true freshman quarterback making his first start in the Rose Bowl. They are dominating this football game right now.
And if you think about it, they were in position to win that game with USC. And when Raiola went down, I think they deflated. I really do. But they learned a lot after those 9 sacks in Minnesota. They got the memo, didn't they?
Yes, they did.